Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Our local time is 7:58 Saturday night. Is the UK time. And today I have invited two Hallo teachers. One is an American teacher, Teacher Johnny. Another is a British teacher, Teacher John. So we're going to have good time. Welcome, Soha, Deadpool, Saman, Aminat, Pamu, Mohammed, Mahdi, walaikum salam. Is it Ilo or Lalo? Welcome, everyone. Thank you very much for joining at this moment. As you might be aware, this is like a conversational live stream with the teachers. Obviously, we're going to have some good times because one teacher is expert in British accent and another is expert in American accent. So we're going to have two different teachers from two different countries. And it will be amazing that if you have got any questions or comments about the British accent, RP accent, or American accent, they'll be happy to answer you. Okay, welcome once again. Fadumo, Kaifer, Yusuf, Sebastian, John, Deepan, Karar, Fala. Teacher Johnny is here. Welcome, Teacher Johnny. Teacher Johnny, I'm happy to get you. Would you please send me open request from your mobile? You know that you have to join through the mobile, both of you. Mahdi says, I am from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome. Sanskrit, namaste. No, Teacher Johnny, if you join from the mobile, then you can send me the open request, okay? Otherwise, it will be difficult for you. If you remember, you joined me previously. So you have to update your mobile. The new updated version came. Yahoo, see? Both of the teachers are here, Teacher John and Teacher Johnny, guys. That's really cool. I've got two teachers at my live stream.
Hello. Hey. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, perfectly well.
I'm very happy to get two teachers. Teacher John, a British phonetics teacher from the UK, and Teacher Johnny, American teacher, phonetics teacher from the US. Yahoo!
Yes. Yes, you get to compare accents.
Yes, that will be really amazing today.
I like your name, Teacher Johnny.
So before that, let me introduce
you.
Teacher John. This is Teacher Johnny. And Teacher Johnny, this is Teacher John. And by the way, Teacher John is also my teacher who taught me a lot of British, those sounds. I'm much, much grateful to him.
Yes, well, hello, nice to meet you.
Meet you too. So out today then.
So for me, it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay, that's good. It's 8 o'clock in the UK.
Okay, 8 o'clock where you are. So yes, and it was nice and cool this morning, but now it is hot.
Whereabouts are you in the US?
I am near Chicago, so I'm about 45 minutes to an hour west of Chicago in a suburb.
Oh, and it's nice weather. That's good. Summer's coming to an end here in the UK, so it's starting cooler.
Yes, and we are starting to get some of our leaves changing, but we will get most of the leaves and all the pretty colors in October.
Yes, and so same here. But yeah, coming to the end of the summer now, so we don't have much of a summer anyway in the UK. We're lucky to have a week of sunshine, to be honest, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I always go to Spain for holidays.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So in the UK, is it mostly rainy and cloudy? Like, how is the weather?
Yeah, generally speaking. That's really in a nutshell. You know, like I said, but it's not been too bad, has it, Teacher Rahat? It's not been too bad, you know, this year.
That's right. But most of the times we always see cloudy, gloomy, you know, all over there.
Yes, I know. It's not nice, especially if you plan a holiday in the UK and it turns out, that it rains every day. That's not really good, is it? But generally speaking, it's been okay. Anyway, it's really nice to meet you, Johnny. And
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, just a quickly, I'm from the southeast of England. So I've lived in London for 20 years, though, but I'm not far from London. I'm about 30 miles from London, southeast of there. Yeah. In
Okay.
the county of Kent.
Oh, in Kent. Okay. So for you, how far is it to go to Spain then?
No, we can be there within an hour on the flight, on a flight.
Right.
Oh, that's not bad.
Within an hour, yeah, an hour and a half, 2 hours to southern Spain. But that's
Okay.
of the holiday makers make way for. They always like to go to the south of Spain. And in fact, the British in the south of Spain are a large part of their holiday makers. We're their tourist trade basically. That's where we go. That's the only place the nearest place we can go that's kind of seasidey, where you have all the beaches and the hot sunshine, and yeah, that's our most sought after destination for holidays. Although I go to Italy because my partner's Italian, so I always travel to Italy quite regularly. Although I haven't been there for quite some time, obviously because of the pandemic, but yeah, I like Italy. Have you ever been to Italy, Johnny?
I have not. I have only been to Canada. For other countries, I've been to many of the different states in the United States, but not to another. Yeah, just to Canada. And it was just to see like Niagara Falls. Like it wasn't, I
Wow.
didn't go anywhere but that. So, so for me, like next year, we're going to travel to Finland. Um, so I'm hoping that everything goes well next year and that we're able to still do that. So we were supposed to go in 2019. I think that was 2020. And yeah, and then with the pandemic, of course, that got canceled.
Cruising.
So,
It's going to be a cruise, so you can see the fjords and all of that.
well, I don't know what we'll see yet. We're planning on, at first we were only going to do 7 days, which I thought to fly all that way, that was not smart. So this time around, I talked my husband into 2 weeks. And so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah,
travel across the Atlantic. You've never actually been to Europe then?
no.
Oh,
So
you're going to love it in Finland. It's beautiful, as you be fully aware.
yes. So the reason we're going is we host an exchange student and an exchange student every year through a program, and they attend the high school here and are immersed in English. So we had our very first student was from Finland. So we are going to go see her and spend time with her and her family and have her show us around. So I think we're going to try to get to Sweden. Is that right next door, right? So it's Norway, Sweden, and Finland, right?
You might as well fit in, Sweden as well, since you're coming so far.
Right. And then maybe Croatia. I would think, what is that, south? The island south?
Croatia, yes.
Yes. So we might try to fit those in because we can just take boats.
Yeah. America too, because it's so far to travel. They normally, when they visit you, as you're probably fully aware of, they when they travel to Europe, Americans, they tend to take in a few countries while they're here. So yeah, but I love Europe, Italy in particular. of course.
One
Yes. Yeah, we will have to plan that another trip for sure.
Yeah.
one moment, teacher. There is another teacher, Ahmed. Teacher Ahmed, if you are free, please join. It will be
Oh, Ahmed's here.
yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Ripu. Welcome, Asma, and all the lovely people. Thanks for joining, Teacher Ahmed. If you have time, please do join us. It will be amazing conversation. So our viewers are asking what is the topic. The topic is you both will give some hints about how they can learn English and the differentiation American accent, and we have got British teacher, British accent. And before that, you can just introduce a little bit about yourself, how you ended up coming to the Hallo, and what are your strategies and what courses are you offering for our students. So three best question: how did you end up being a teacher here? What are your teaching strategies, and what courses are you offering for our learners?
Okay, I'm writing down the questions. So, all right, strategies. How?
Yeah, number one, how
Okay.
so it will be a little bit biography about yourself, like you're from childhood briefly to all your experience of teaching, then how did you end it up, your teaching, what courses are you offering, and the final would be you both will compare American accent, water. Okay.
Right. Okay, so Ahmed is saying that we cannot see you. Please hop off and on again so everyone will see your profile. Do you want me to do that?
We can see you. I don't know if someone doesn't say that means Teacher Ahmed say we cannot see you. Teacher Johnny. Oh,
Okay, Sebastian can see me. Maybe Ahmed, maybe it's you.
yeah.
I know. Ahmed and I have been having technical difficulties, like bugs in
Oh,
the system for sure.
there is another teacher, Alexander, says she can't see you either. Okay, is it okay if you hop on one more time, please? That will be
Oh,
great.
that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can hop out and back out.
yeah. So if
It
you,
says I'm not visible. Okay, I'll hop out and back in.
all right. So
All
welcome
right, let
once
me do
again, Teacher Ahmed, Abdul, Sebastian, Asma, Lily. I'm reading quickly. Deadpool, Teacher Alexander, Teacher Ahmed, Sebastian, and hang on, let me bring Teacher Johnny. Candy Rose, Toad, Hanok, Asma,
Is that
Rupu.
better?
Yeah, I think it's okay now. Guys, can you please confirm everyone that you can see both of our teachers, including me, we are not ghosts. Okay?
Am I? Yeah, I know. I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, so
Can you see me now?
they can see both of you. That's great. Amazing. So teacher, I'll go to teacher Johnny first, then
Oh,
teacher John, okay? The similar types of
okay.
questions. So teacher Johnny, please tell us briefly from your childhood up to now about your education and experience, and how did you end up becoming a Hello teacher?
Oh, sure.
But
Okay, so
Te-
sorry, Johnny.
Teacher John, ladies first, okay?
Yeah, so almost the same name. Sorry about that.
Yeah, okay.
okay. So some people cannot see me still. I'm not sure why. So can you see me,
It's a bug.
Rahat Ali?
I can see you. I have taken photograph already. It will be over the Facebook and internet, Instagram, everywhere. By the way, teacher
Okay.
John and teacher Johnny, all of my live streams like this are shared through my Facebook Live as well as through my YouTube channel. Some people are already watching from there, and some of them are
Oh,
saying
cool.
hello to both of you. And many of the Facebook users know teacher John already. And teacher Johnny, guys, welcome once again. Teacher John and Johnny, similar name. Big clap.
Yes. So thank you. I don't know why you can't see me. I'm sorry. I can see me. I can see John and I can see Rahat Ali. So I'll just go ahead and talk so you can hear me. So that's okay. So my name actually is from my dad. So my dad was John the third, and his dad was John the second, and his dad was John the first. So if you just keep working that way back, and when I was born, I was the first oldest girl. So they named me Johnny after my dad and his dad's. So that's how I got my name. And we traveled and lived all over the country. An interesting fact is I was born in California, but I went to kindergarten and first grade in Cuba. And I actually learned a little bit of Spanish, but I don't remember any of it because we moved again and went to Pennsylvania. So I grew up in Pennsylvania, and then I've always wanted to be a teacher, and I applied for different universities and ended up in Illinois at the university, where I was able to get a teaching degree. So I actually do have a teaching degree, and I am certified for the state of Illinois. And I met my husband on the very first day that I walked onto that university. So I met him the first day, and 5 years later we were married. So that's kind of fun. But I've always wanted to be a teacher. I have taught at camps. Another fun fact is I am a twirler. Do you know what a twirler is?
No, not exactly.
So it looks, if you can't see me, I'm sorry, but it looks like this. And it's a baton. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, stick, baton, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a stick you twirl. And so when I went to university, I had a scholarship to do that at the university.
Which university it
so,
was? Sorry, which university it was?
Eastern Illinois University.
Eastern Illinois, okay.
Yes. And at first, I wasn't sure. And my mom said, hey, I looked into it, and they're known for doing a great job with their teaching program. So that's what really landed me there, is I wanted to make sure I could do a really good, go to a school that had a really good teaching program. So I graduated from there, and I did a little bit of teaching before I had my first child. And then I decided to stay home and raise the kids instead of teaching. So I was a stay-at-home mom for years. And then I got bored. Even though I was busy with my kids, I wanted to do something else. And I started my own business, selling t-shirts. And I'm so sorry you guys can't see me.
Teacher
You can't see
Johnny,
me.
can you please try? Their camera, if you can touch on and off, maybe off and on,
Okay.
2 to 3 times.
Yeah,
Sometimes it
sure.
works.
What it's telling me is video. When I push the camera little button, it says video. Hold on.
The camera button, if you turn it off and then turn it on.
The little video button next to the microphone.
That's right, yeah.
When I push it, it doesn't do anything. It just says video will only be available. Is it better?
Yeah, I can't see either, honestly. So that might be something problem from your side. That's okay. Carry on. I can see you. And they can.
Can you see me now?
Teacher John, can you see her?
Yes.
So we can see you. So that should be fine.
Okay.
Guys, it's a technical glitch in blog. We are very sorry for that, but carry on listening. If you have any questions regarding English language, both the American and British, we have got 2 different teachers from 2 different countries. I'm sure that they will be happy to answer your questions.
Yeah, so Soha's asking about my daughter. She was sick yesterday, so I did not do my long live because she was sick. So she is better. Thank you for asking. So I landed here in Illinois. I've been busy as a mom. I've been doing teaching things as a mom, like running programs for children, directing pageants, directing Bible schools and summer programs. So, and then the last 3 years, I've also been teaching with VIP Kid, which is based out of China, and when you teach English as a second language to them. So that's what I was doing, but with all the new regulations coming out over there, they will not be able to have foreign teachers anymore. So I started on Hallo because of Teacher Riza. So somewhere I saw Teacher Riza talking about Hallo, and I applied and was accepted, and it's addicting. So now I'm here.
Thank you very much. Now we'd like to listen from Teacher John, British teacher. How did you end up coming here?
Where?
To this Hallo app.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, I can't remember. I think it was you, wasn't it? Who
Yeah,
help.
I invited you, and you thought
You
it would be amazing.
I remember when they were developing the app, and I saw some stuff on some videos of one of the people that developed it. What was his name? Do you know? I forget the name. But yeah, I saw them while they were developing it and promoting it. I didn't really think much of it at the time, but then you mentioned it, and all of a sudden, here I am. I just thought, yeah, it's a good way to help people because there are lots of, you can do a class or a live video on here, and lots of people join, and that's a great thing because it means I'm able to help more people. So that's why I'm here, basically. Yeah. Um, I mean, to be honest, I don't really make as many live videos as I would like because obviously I have another profession, and I'm busy working all day with that. So I generally, if I have the time, then yeah, I'll do a class on here just to help out.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much for that. I know that you both of the teachers are very busy. Thanks for managing some times for our students at my request. I'm much obliged and grateful, and I appreciate your support. So, dear viewers, so we have got two teachers from two countries. So, if you have any question about like American English or American accent or British English or British accent, they can answer you straight away. Please write in the comment section. And also, may I request, guys, do not use any other language other than English. It is the violation of code of conduct as well as Hallo policy. Please be respectful to our policy and guidelines.
Yes, because we can't
Yeah.
understand other languages. I mean, I'm learning Italian, so if you want to write in Italian, fine. Any other
Yeah.
language, no.
All right.
I know. No, so thank you. Yes, thank you for using English. That's why we're here.
Right.
All right. So now next question would be I'm going to teacher Johnny first, then teacher John. The teaching strategy, as you know, that Hallo is a global platform. We have got different kinds of learners from different countries. And obviously their learning capacity, understanding capacity is not same. Some of us are like beginner, maybe pre-intermediate, intermediate, and very rare cases maybe advanced learners. So how do you make sure when you make a lesson or a course for them that each of them can learn something from it? In another way, your teaching strategies.
Okay, well, I am pretty new to Hallo, so I'm still learning the best way to help the students. But what I have been trying to do is different lives. So one live might be a reading. I like to read stories and use my voice for inflection and teach them how to do that. So I will read stories, and then I ask the students who are strong to please help other students, by answering any questions while we're reading, use good sentences, also to, define words so that they're learning to how to help others and put them into good sentences, and then also to use their English. And then I have in those stories, there's many challenging words for those students who are more intermediate and advanced. um, and then I go back. Sometimes I will do like another live that is just, let's get your brain thinking. Like, I know this is going to seem easy for some of you, and some of you it will be hard, but let's just do like compound words. And then, or let's just do one sound and practice that. What are some words you hear? So I try to go back and forth and then challenge them, and they will give me some hard words sometimes. Oh my. So, so that they want to hear pronounced and how I say it. And then they always ask me to have a British accent. John, they ask me sometimes to do the British accent. I don't know the British
No,
accent.
I get the opposite. I get people asking me to do an American accent, and when I do, it always sounds like um, back in time in Texas or something, alongside John Wayne or something like that. I speak almost with Southern Texan accent somehow, and that's the only American accent I can kind of do. So, but yeah, I get the same thing, Johnny. I get the same thing.
You get the same thing?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So I try to make my lives, some more difficult lives, and then also some other ones which will just get them to practice speaking. And I give them helpful tips. So I really like to teach phonics. That is like my favorite thing to teach. So I like to call them fun phonics or super phonics. And so that's what I was doing more of this past week. And just basically, here's how my mouth forms. Watch my mouth. Here's why we say that sound. And then, moving on from there. So I think I'm going to do a lot more of phonics, and then I get a lot of slang and idiom requests, and so I might do that this coming week. But I have a big long story coming up this week, and then also some idioms this week for sure. But I don't know. I kind of mix it up. What do you think that I do, Rahat Ali? What do you think my strengths are? You've been watching some.
Yeah, I'll let you know later. Let's flow
Ah,
with the conversation
okay,
today.
okay.
All right, okay, Teacher John, now it's your turn to answer the question. The question is your teaching strategies and how do you teach your students both on the Hallo and outside of Hallo? And by the way, Teacher John is very famous British teacher all over the Facebook.
Oh,
Yeah,
me
I've been there a
or
while.
John?
Teacher John,
Teacher John.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw YouTube. Teacher John, are you with like two other Rachel's English? Is that you?
Rachel's English. She's American, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That video with her?
No, I didn't do a video with her. No, I haven't done that. That's not me. No.
It was someone from Britain. I thought it was you.
She's very good. It's interesting that you mentioned phonics, because that's basically what I do. I mean, I generally teach grammar in context, okay? So, but I love phonics as well. I love like the being able to help people to actually speak English and help them to understand the reasons why they can't or they have problems with that. So, introducing phrasal verbs when I'm teaching, I always, because we use them all the time, unbeknown to general native speakers, they don't actually know they're using them and they can be very confusing. So I always introduce a lot of phrasal verbs, idioms, phrases, stuff like that. And I make my learners believing themselves, by helping them to speak clearly and naturally. There's no need to I always tell them to speak slowly but clearly, and it builds from that. So, but the basic thing that's most important, as you probably all know, is sentence stress and intonation, because that's your foundation. It's more difficult to be understood if you have wrong sentence stress or it's all mixed up. That's difficult to understand, more so than trying to understand bad pronunciation. So I always use that as a foundation, and then I introduce certain techniques of training articulation. So description of how to produce that, and also I help my learners to understand that it's not every sound they can't produce. Depending on their L1 language, their native language, they'll have certain difficulties with particular sounds. So generally, I isolate those sounds or with them, and we work just on that. So, because, if you have a sentence, this is where people go wrong, right? When they're trying to learn English, I think, is you give them a sentence and you say repeat. Okay. In that sentence, there are within one word, we have lots of sounds. So imagine all the sounds in a sentence. Now, if you don't have the muscle memory to produce those sounds naturally in a smooth way, so that it all runs smoothly, and that's complicated. It's very complicated to do, and that's where thick accents come from. That's why you have accents, people speaking English with their native accent, because they're not able to produce all the sounds needed in that sentence. Okay, so basically I'll take a sentence, a word within that sentence, teach them, give them a description of all the phonemes, all the sounds within that word. When they can do that, we move to the next word, to the next word, to the next word. Then, with specific training techniques that they have to undergo, obviously for muscle memory, because it's your brain that remembers, not the muscles in your mouth. You only hear what you're hearing, goes to your brain, and then your brain relays the messages to the articulators, okay, and then they form the shape needed. Okay, so it's important to practice, and the more you practice, the more your brain remembers, and the easier you're going to be able to create the right sound, okay, or produce the right sounds needed. So now you can produce the sounds in all the words of the sentence. Okay, great, right. And they'll pronounce them the same as I do, because I teach modern RP English, okay, and if I'm giving them the sounds of modern RP English and getting them to replicate those sounds, then their accent will actually change while they're saying those words. So now you have the sentence, they can pronounce all the words, okay, this is simple, right? And it's a systematic way of teaching people that I've developed personally. And I'm actually in the process of making a course right now, which is, I consider, a blueprint, or the template needed, okay, with only the fundamental aspects needed to be able to speak English clearly. Okay, that's it. So now you have the sentence, they can pronounce the sentence, and then obviously, with connected speech, we use connected speech, okay? That means we're able to get from one word to another word easily. It happens naturally with articulation. So when you're moving or gliding from one sound to another, the sound will happen naturally, okay? So that the connected speech will happen naturally. So I just have to make them aware of the connected speech, and that's it. The faster they speak, the more the connected speech will naturally happen, okay? But another important thing then is weakened forms, okay? So function words we change the pronunciation of when we say them in a sentence. These are words that don't carry meaning, okay? So obviously we don't change the pronunciation of content words like verbs, nouns, adjectives, adverbs, for instance. They carry meaning, so we never change the pronunciation of those words or weaken the form. All right, for instance, I just said for instance. You can hear that word for instance, becomes for instance. This happens only to help us with being able to speak more easily. And to keep the rhythm of English, okay? So two reasons. All right. So once that's all been done and dusted, that's it. Okay, obviously introduce the most used vocabulary, remind them to practice, and everything, and that's it. That's my method, and I've actually developed a specific training program, and it is training because, remember, speaking is a physical thing, unlike learning grammar. Okay, grammar you can read from a book, your brain remembers the grammar, but speaking is a physical thing, so it's important to train. So I consider myself more a trainer than a teacher, if you can understand what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
basically that's how I teach. All right. In a nutshell.
That was a lot of good information. I wrote it down. So yeah, so that's, I think I kind of do that naturally. Like I would like to break down the words too, and then really work on like an ending sound. I kind of like to work in reverse sometimes. I'll start with an ending, then add the next syllable on and connect it, and then the beginning, and then go, okay, this is how we got there.
When
To
that
kind of
happens,
help them.
I do the same thing, Johnny, because when you do that, connected speech happens naturally because you already know what word you're going to be saying. So,
Yes.
again, so you do it like this. So if you get a sentence, you take the last word and then say that word, and then say the next word and say both, and move backwards, always saying the words all the time until you come to the whole sentence. That is a
Yes.
brilliant way of helping. Yeah, I use the same
Yes.
method.
Yes, I think it helps a lot. I do the same thing when I break down a word too. And then the other thing I teach a lot of courses on, it's called, I haven't done it on Hallo yet, but it was interesting to hear how you teach, because I think I might start. And it was, it's a course called From Words to Sentences. So it's building that sentence structure in that natural rhythm of understanding what should go where in the sentence. Because when you understand that, then when you're speaking to a native English speaker, we're going to understand what you're trying to say because you have your sentence in the correct order. Did I
Exactly.
say that right?
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. Yeah. So that's amazing. You know, and there's obviously a systematic way to do this, and a lot of people they try. Okay, going on Facebook and social media really helps, you know, because obviously you're interacting, you're writing, you're reading, so you're gaining those skills as well. But yeah, you know, I just I think it's great fun, you know, watching people and seeing their progress, and it's satisfying.
Okay, teachers, both of you, thank you very much. Now I'm going to make another announcement. Dear viewers, we're having conversation with American teacher Johnny and British teacher John. If you haven't followed them, please start following them, and if possible, take a private lesson or the course from them. You can see that they're amazing teachers, loads of knowledge. You know, when you subscribe to these teachers, obviously you'll get special classes through them where you'll have the opportunity to learn a lot of things. Okay, and once again, guys and viewers, welcome on today, and we're having conversation about English learning. So very soon they're going to start the main question. There are a few questions came in the meantime, and before that, how much time have you got, both of the teachers? Teacher Johnny, how
Uh,
much time have you got?
I'm
I've
okay.
15, 20 minutes, I suppose. Be fine.
Yeah, probably about the same as John, maybe a little longer.
All right, okay, so let's get back to the main question. So very often, as you see, being a British teacher, they ask American accent, and vice versa. Being an American teacher, there's British accent. So if you just compare some of the sentences, you're going to say one sentence, and teacher John is going to say in a British accent. That will be really amazing. Our students
Okay,
will
that's great. Yeah.
understand in a real life conversation how the sound, vowels, and all this articulation and connected speech can be different. So. Uh, Let me go to the teacher, Johnny, first.
Okay. Do you want to know how my expressions are different?
Yeah, if you just say something, then teacher John will say the similar
Oh,
sentence in
and then
British
he will
accent.
say it.
Compare.
Oh, and then he will say it. Oh, okay.
Like a gap.
Okay, let me think of some. Okay, water.
Water.
I knew that one. I knew it would sound different.
We have some vocabulary differences, so that might be a problem.
Uh,
Yeah,
al-
yes. So
also,
I know, yeah, that one.
sorry, also maybe what the pronunciation is different, how it is different. Maybe you can highlight both of them.
Well, you say first, Johnny.
Oh my goodness, why is it different? Um, you know what? You stumped me on that one. I think it's how we form our vowels in there, and then how we use the R controlled vowel. So when I say water, I'm saying wa. like this, and then ter at the end, or like my daughter likes to say der, water. Sometimes you will hear Americans not say that T, and it sounds more like a D, water. Where, John, say yours again.
Water.
Water. So we have, it seems like water, we have it more.
Vowel sounds different. You're using
The vowel sounds different. Yeah. The E is controlled by that R, and we are saying it different than what John is saying. And he's also extending that A more.
Yeah, that's right. The three main differences is the vowel sound, the long vowel. You're using an R sound. I'm using an OR sound. And then you have the glottalized, or the double T becomes a D. Okay, in English, American English. So, water rather than water. Okay, and also the ending, you're pronouncing your R.
Yes, so, I usually say water. Can someone get me some water?
Yeah, you can hear the R sound at the, whereas I would use a schwa to end, like water.
Water.
And there's no R. Because my English British, well, not all British accents are non-rhotic, but mine is. I speak with a modern RP accent, so we don't pronounce the R at the end of words. It's non-rhotic. Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, teachers, both of the teachers, there is one question from Soha. She has been asking it quite a few times. How can you use this word also? Give us an example, Teacher Johnny in American way and Teacher John in British way. The word also.
How to use it? Well, I would say also, and that might be like, this pen is black, this pen is also black. Like, I'm adding something to it. So also is used. I don't know if she can see me. So also is used to bring something with you, or that you agree to. Like, I also agree with you. You can do it that way too. Do you agree with, who agrees with me? The first person might say, I agree with you. The next person might say, I also agree with you. So you would do it that way versus saying, I agree with you too. So that's how I would use also. Or I can use it to say, I have strawberries and I also have oranges.
Yes.
Does that help, Soha? So how would you do that, John?
Also.
Also.
I also. So also. Yeah, the dark L. And then the or sound in the game again. Also. I also do.
Yeah. So you round the A out.
What description was really good. I'm not really, like I say, with grammar, I always try to avoid teaching grammar because I find it quite mind-numbingly boring, to be honest. So that's why I teach for phonetics. I haven't told you today. I do understand grammar and I can teach it, but obviously I teach it in context. So with my classes, I mean, you can see the sentence, right? If I write a sentence on a board, you can see the grammar subconsciously. As with children, they just pick it up. People, it becomes unless of course they have a query and then you have to answer it. Generally I don't really teach it. Yeah.
Yes.
That's great. Thank you very much, both of the teachers. Now give us some more examples. If you pronounce a word, now I'll go to Teacher John first. Teacher John, if you just pronounce some British words, and Teacher John, you will say the similar words in American accent.
Oh. So John's going first this time?
Yes, now he's going first.
Good. I'm like, good. Okay.
Let's think. Okay, so I don't know. I'm just trying to think of some words that we do actually pronounce differently. Schedule.
Oh, I would say schedule.
There you go. Yes. Let's have a
Did you
look.
schedule? Let's see, that would be, let me type that word. I don't know. I think they can see it if I type it. So, but okay, thanks, Soha. Soha says she can't see me, but she can follow me. So if you're having trouble following the teachers, if you can see my comments, you just push my face, like push on my thing, and then you can follow me. Same thing with John. I don't know if you can follow John. So I don't know what's going on there. They're still struggling. Okay, so yeah, so schedule, I typed it in the comment box. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
So how did you say it, John?
Schedule.
So you pronounce the sh like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
So that's what I'm saying. There are some quite they're both correct, of course, you know. General America or American English, schedule. British English, schedule. Okay.
Right. Depends on where you are and what you need to know.
Yeah. I'm just typing. Let me just get some words up.
Okay. Thank you, Pamu. Pamu. Yeah, thank you. So yes, depending on where the CH is, we make it sound like a K. And then sometimes it doesn't really matter. It's just the way we say it. Like there's no rule. It's just the way we say it. So we take that CH and make it a K sound, like schedule. And then the D sounds like a J, schedule. Schedule, yeah.
Yeah. Confused words. Here we go.
Okay. Oh, he's looking up confused words. There we go.
Right.
Thank you, Soha.
Okay, so right. Faculty. You say faculty. We say staff. You say staff. We say staff. Resume.
You mean, oh, like at a university?
Yeah.
So university, we would say faculty.
Yeah, we wouldn't use that at all. In fact, with that, we wouldn't even understand the context of what you're talking about because we'd just say staff.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, for me, it's like if you were here and you said, are the staff working? I would think you meant everyone but the professors. So where faculty would be
Here's a sentence.
the professors.
He was one of the founders of the university's medical faculty. Right? In American English. In British English, our staff will be available to give you technical support. So we'd say staff. Yeah. Let me look at pronunciation. We wanted pronunciation though, didn't we? Sorry.
Yeah, we're working on words that are commonly. Oh, here. RahatAli gave us some. Okay.
Teacher John, I've just shared the screen. Is it okay if you just read from there, both of you, teachers?
Sure. Okay.
Teacher John.
Yeah, one moment.
Okay, I can go first. Zebra crossing.
And what do you call in American way? You don't say zebra crossing.
I just said that, zebra crossing.
Yeah, you say is it crosswalk?
Zebra crossing.
I don't know. Is that what that is? When you have zebra crossing, I think you mean zebras are crossing the road, like the animal zebra.
Okay. It is.
So I would not know what you were talking about. Is that so? I think do you mean crosswalk?
Yeah, no, they don't have a zebra crossing. They're a crosswalk. Yeah.
Yes.
So we say crosswalk.
Okay.
So I could see why you call it a zebra crossing because there's white lines on the black road. But I never. Wow, I did not know that. Boy, I'm learning a lot today. Zebra crossing. We say crosswalk. We say crosswalk here.
Okay, so you pronounce zebra as zebra also.
Yeah, we say zebra. Zebra. You say zebra. Oh. Okay. Yeah. All right. So then the next one he has is stomach.
Stomach, yes, the same.
Same, stomach. So your stomach, my food goes into my stomach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is more of a schwa for the last,
Stomach.
the main vowel in the unstressed syllable. That
Muck. You do more of a schwa. Stomach, stomach, stomach. I think stomach. Wait, sometimes if I say it too slow, I get confused. I have to talk how fast I would normally talk, and then I can figure it back out. So I'm going to hurt my stomach. No, I usually say ick at the end. Stomach.
And
like
what about
stomach.
Either?
What about what?
Either. You would say either.
I'm not sure what you're saying.
Either.
I've written it, Teacher Johnni.
H-E-R.
Oh, I could say either. I also say either. It depends on.
I wondered
It depends on my sentence. It depends on my sentence.
Yeah, that's true. That is. Yeah, you know that. But many people, they do say it both ways. Sorry, what other words you got there, Teacher Rahat? Oh no, these. Oh God, where are you?
Okay. So he has pavement.
Yeah. You have sidewalk, no?
Yes. Oh, yeah. So sidewalk is where you walk on the side of the street. It's like concrete. Ours is concrete. It's not paved. So we say that's the sidewalk. If you said pavement, we would think you're talking about the road people drive on.
Right. No, pavement for us is the sidewalk.
Oh, okay. So yes, in America, the pavement is where the cars are, and the sidewalk is where the people are walking on the sidewalk.
Couldn't it? You know, if I went to the US and I said, "Oh, I need to walk on the pavement," you direct me to the middle of the road, right?
Right. I would be like, "Why would you walk on the pavement? There's a sidewalk."
No.
Like, why? You're like, I'm going to go for a walk on the pavement. I'd be like, be careful, the cars are going to hit you. Yeah. So,
yeah. You know, there's a comedian in the UK. I can't remember his name right now. But he done. I saw something on the TV where he was demonstrating the differences. Like here, for instance, you know, why Americans call it the sidewalk and we call it the pavement. Why Americans say horseback riding and not horse riding. You know, and he was making a joke about it. It was quite funny. You know? It's kind of,
yeah. I don't know. I'm sure if we all looked up the history, we could figure it out. But I don't know. It's just how I grew up. So
he said that Americans call it a sidewalk so that they definitely know where to walk because they keep getting run over by cars.
Maybe. Oh my gosh. Maybe. I know some of the words, like if you break them apart, I'm like, well, it's a walk. You walk on the side of the road. So it's where the sidewalk is. So yeah. I know. I'm always like, get on the sidewalk, get off the road. Yeah.
And waste paper basket. Do you say waste paper basket or just waste basket? Waste basket.
I just say trash can.
Okay. When you get in the office, the waste paper.
Yeah, so I have if I see I just call either garbage can, like a garbage can, or I would say trash can. I wouldn't really say waste.
Maybe he's wrong, but he said Americans would say waste paper basket, whereas the British would say waste basket. Because the reason Americans have to add paper is because they kept throwing just good paper away. So they had to say it's waste paper or paper basket.
Oh. Paper that's what the comedian. That's what the comedian said. We probably would, because we would be like, well, because we use waste also to mean like you're wasting food if you don't eat it all. So now when we recycle so much, we have recycle bins or bags that you put stuff into where they will be recycled, and then the waste goes into the other one. So now people are starting to use waste more, but like the waste bin and the recycle bin. is what they'll say. Please put that in the waste bin, or please put it in the recycle bin.
But Johnny
That's
also
becoming very popular.
say garbage can, whereas we'd say rubbish bag, rubbish.
Rubbish. Yes, I hear rubbish a lot when I'm teaching my students in China. They call it the rubbish bin, a lot of them. Rubbish bin.
Yes. Yes, we have a lot of differences, but it's kind of nice.
Fasal says you're roasting me. I did notice that John has more hearts, but maybe that's because you guys can see him. I only got 11 on my side. I don't know. I think I need to feel some more love here.
Yeah.
All right, so what else does he have here? He has...
You came back on, Johnny, didn't you? So
what, Fasal? Or what, John?
yeah, I think you stopped your video and came back again. That's why you only have 11. You probably had some more from before.
Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. They can't all see me, which is sad. So we have, okay, what's some more that he's got? He says a lift. You guys say lift and we would say elevator.
Yeah. An elevator to us is the thing you stand on that goes in the mall. You go up it, you stand on it, and it goes to another floor. That's an elevator to us.
Is that, well,
Or
is that like a box? Is it a box that takes you up, or is it the stairs that move?
Stairs, moving stairs, escalator or elevator.
Escalator. Yeah, we would say escalator if it's stairs that move.
Yeah.
Escalators.
Don't call a lift an elevator.
Okay. Well, we have different, we have lifts and we have elevators. So an elevator is usually completely enclosed and it goes up more than one floor. So if there's like many floors in the apartment building, the elevator's going up there. A lift is usually like a wheelchair lift where it helps get people upstairs. So it's smaller. Yeah, so that's what we call a lift here. So if you said we need to use the lift, then I know we need to go to the staircase and use the lift to get someone up the stairs that can't walk up the stairs. So that's what we would call a lift.
That's yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's about right. You know, and I can see why. So you can differentiate between the two. But we never use elevator. We never say elevator. We don't.
You never say elevator. Oh, I say elevator. Yeah, we say it all the time. Elevator. Yeah.
Okay. Because we watch so many American films.
Yeah. Biscuits and Cookies is interesting. I like to watch the Great British Baking Show. That's one of my favorite things to watch.
Yeah. That's a popular show, that is, yeah. So
I learned.
Yeah, biscuits and cookies. Cookies to us have chocolate in them, and they're kind of softish. They're not a crunchy biscuit. You know the biscuits you get are the cookies. We call them cookies, and you get them in Costa Coffee. If you go to a coffee shop, you'll get the cookies with the chocolate chips and all of that, and they're soft. They're cookies to us.
Okay.
Yeah. But biscuits are the crunchy, snappable kind of biscuits.
Okay, so biscuits are going to snap and crunch, but cookies are soft, what you call soft.
Yeah.
Say, okay.
Cookies, actually.
I need to cook some cookies. Yeah, so flat versus apartment. Yes, we say apartments. For us, a flat is a type of apartment.
Yeah. So it's the same, Johnny. You know, apartment to us is a posh flat. You know.
I'm sorry?
A posh flat or an upmarket flat is an apartment.
Oh, okay.
So on the river, if I had a flat or I'd call it an apartment on the river because it's exclusive. It's nice. It's
posh, posh flat.
Posh.
A posh flat. That's interesting. So I think like we have studio apartments and then we have flats. So I'm gonna have to, from what I remember, a flat, I'm trying to think. like a flat has like, it's like one big room, but then the bedroom might be up some stairs and it's like a loft area, I think. It's been a while. I'm gonna have to look that up again. So
Yeah.
yeah, welcome. You can't see me, Athmane. Can you hear me?
There are
Yeah.
certain words that we have different vocabularies for, you know. So many things that we have a different vocabulary for, you know. So,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, the British, we know what you're talking about because, like I said, because of the media and TV, so we are introduced a lot to obviously American vocabulary. So we understand most of it, you know, and we know the differences as well. And in fact, a lot of them have rubbed off on us because of that. Yeah, because we watch so much. Obviously, you know, there are a lot of TV shows that are American that we watch, and I suppose you do the same. You know, the Great British Bake Off, for instance. You know,
Right. Great British Bake Off. The other one I just watched last night was The Mummy.
The
Have you?
Mummy.
Yes. Have you seen The Mummy?
The film The Mummy.
Yes, it's the newer one that Disney did Disney make it? But it has Americans in it, and it has Egyptians in it, and it has like I think they're speaking Arabic in some of it. They speak English, like English accents, and then there's also British accents. So it's interesting to hear the female lead, the female actress. She uses some words that are definitely, I think, British. I don't understand what they are, and I looked them up to see what the meaning was, that what Americans would say. like, I'm like,
We're lucky.
like,
We're lucky.
like flim flam, like flim flam.
We're
Do you say
always,
flim flam?
yeah, we're always watching American shows, so we don't have no problem understanding all the differences in vocabulary because we American TV. Yeah. But you know, these are just differences in vocabulary. But we did start off with with pronunciation differences. So I have some words here. So advertisement, advertisement.
You say advertisement?
We say yeah, we say advertisement.
I would say advertisement.
Yeah. Okay, so one is an advertisement, an advertisement. Yeah, I think. Okay, that's one difference there. And let's have a look. So, how do you pronounce envelope?
Like a letter? You put a letter in the envelope?
Yeah.
Envelope.
Envelope. So you pronounce it the same. You don't say envelope.
No, I don't say envelope. Wait. Could you please get me an envelope? Give me an envelope. Oh, I think I do both. Envelope? I think I do both.
Are you sure?
No, I don't say envelope. I think, hold on. I'm going to go, hold on. Let me think about that a second. To go get, I need, can someone please get me an envelope? Someone please get me an envelope? I don't think I say envelope. That sounds really strange when I say it.
Okay, it's envelope.
So I must say envelope. Yeah.
You pronounce that as the English do.
Yes. There might be some people who say envelope, but I say envelope.
Okay, what about, let me just say it in American. I've got the American pronunciation and the British pronunciation here. So I'll say it in American pronunciation so we don't get confused. And then, no, I'll just say the word. So this word here, L-E-I-S-U-R-E. L-E-I-S-U-R-E.
Leisure.
Leisure, yeah.
Leisure.
We say leisure.
Leisure. I would say leisure.
Leisure. No at the end. Listen again. Leisure.
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 Yeah, leisure. Yeah.
If you say leisure.
Leisure.
Yeah. Leisure. That sounds really strange. I didn't
Leisure.
understand if you
Like it's like it rhymes kind of like with like we got pleasure, leisure. Yes, I will do that at my leisure. So like I will take my time to do it. Or I leisure activity would be like reading, right? So
Yeah, let me just write a word here. So let me write them down. So what about this word here? Where is it? Okay.
If we write it, teacher, then maybe I can copy and paste and show in the
There you go.
screen.
Like,
Yeah.
I've written it down there. How do you pronounce that word?
Okay, I'm writing it here.
a niche. Or wait, niche. Wait. What is your niche? What is your niche? I think I say what is your niche? I think I say niche, but
Yeah.
I've also heard it said also heard niche. That's
Ah,
become saying niche is becoming more popular. Like
that's
I belong. Yeah. What do you
this is a
say?
French word. It's a French word, right? So niche.
Niche.
Yeah, niche. Okay, what about okay, here we go. What about this word?
What is it? What did you oh often? How often do you go to the theater?
Oh, that's
Often.
strange. You pronounce it as we do.
Mm-hmm.
It says here on my laptop, although it's probably wrong. You can't trust Google, can you? Yeah?
You can't trust Google.
Yeah, I'm looking at the words on Google here. Because
Yeah, so you can like some people say it with a T, like how often
yeah,
do you do that?
I think
But
correct.
when I speak fast, I don't say the T.
You
And
pronounce
my
it.
students know that. I've told them when I speak fast, I take T's away. Like I
Yeah,
often.
you pronounce it correctly. You pronounce it as often, which is British English. Oh, do you know
So
when
that's the correct one.
another thing, Johnny and Rahat, teacher Rahat, listen, and guys, um, uh, pronunciation is so different. But you know, if you listen, if you watch TV, you'll be able to pick up the differences, and that's why it's good us being here right now as well, because you can hear probably the differences in how not just our pronunciation but also our vocabulary. Um, yeah, and it's amazing. But let's have another word then. Okay, this, yeah. I think I'm interested to see how you pronounce this because this is a classic. Okay.
Oh, do you say privacy?
Yeah,
I say privacy.
yeah. Privacy.
Yes, and I only realized that because I was watching that movie last night and she said privacy. so,
Yeah,
so I was like, oh, that must be from her British, like, yeah. So I would say privacy. Please give me some privacy.
yeah.
Yes.
And about this word here.
It's really strange that they cannot see me, Rahat Ali, because on my phone, you know how when someone goes like on a hop on, you can see their little profile picture in the corner. On my phone, I can see my pink circle, but on the web, it shows yours. It doesn't show mine. I can see my face, but it shows your circle.
Teacher Johnny, that is a technical glitch or bug.
Yeah, it's a
So,
technical glitch. Yeah, for
okay.
sure. So as long as you guys can hear me, we're good. I'm sorry you cannot see me. So, but if you want to follow us, you can, click on John and RahatAli's and mine. Click on our little circles, and then you'll be able to follow us. So, okay, so John, I see vase,
Vase.
vase, vase. I would say
Oh,
vase.
yeah. Just one more. Okay. This is another one that this is definitely different.
RahatAli has I say hypocrite. Hypocrite.
I've written one word, teacher John.
Huh?
I've written above vase. I've written a word. Is it hypocrite? Hypocrite?
Hypocrite.
I say
Hypocrite.
hypocrite.
Okay.
So it's the same.
Same as
What about this?
hippopotamus.
Definitely pronounce this different.
I say vitamin.
How
In
do you think
America would be vitamin.
we say vitamin?
Vitamin.
Yeah.
Vitamin. Vitamin.
I-E. You say
With a
vitamin.
hard T. But
Vitamin.
vit, like vit.
Bit. Yeah.
Vitamin. I say vitamin. And I don't say vitamin, I say with a D. Vitamin. It's like
That's right.
I call it the soft T. Vitamin. It's supposed to be a T, but we make it more of a D, but it's not D,
I
so
know.
vitamin.
Right. There's definitely no duh in the word vitamin. Vitamin. Do you know that?
It's what?
There's definitely no duh in the word vitamin.
No.
That's
Okay.
really good. That's really good.
I have written 3 more words. Teachers, can you please
Okay.
pronounce in American
So-
and British way? 3 more words
Okay.
under vitamin or vitamin.
Vitamin. Vermin, horror, iron.
Teacher John,
What words are they? Sorry, what you? Let me just see.
in the screen, the 3 words.
Vermin, horror, iron.
Did you say horror?
Horror.
And
Oh, because you don't do your R's. I would say
That's
horror.
right.
Horror. And you say
Yeah.
horror. How do you say it? Oh my gosh. Yes, we definitely say that different because we pronounce in American English, we pronounce more of that ending R sound. Horror. So,
Yeah.
so John, let me see you say just horror, your way.
Horror.
Horror. So that explains, okay, so that explains to me some of my Chinese students, when I ask them to make those ending R sounds, they have
Yeah.
a lot of British English teachers. And so they're not closing that R, and I'm like, you have to close the R, but they're not doing it because they're learning the British English in school. So I have to remember that it's the culture, right? It's that culture.
Yeah, that's right. It's just that you speak with a rhotic accent, so that means you pronounce the R at the end of words, and also we don't. So, can you? What about this sentence here? Like, can you say that?
Okay, I would say Betty's butter is better than Bertie's.
Yes, exactly. Betty's butter is better than Bertie's.
You sound almost the same.
Yeah, it's the t. No, you're changing the to duh. That's why I wrote that, because it's illustrating that Betty's butter is better than Bertie's. You're
Yeah,
first of all,
Betty's.
so Bertie, you see there's again, I don't pronounce the R if it comes after a vowel. So Bertie.
Bertie's. You say Bertie's, and I would say Bertie's.
Yeah,
So
Bertie's.
Betty's butter, yeah, Betty's butter is better than Bertie's. Yes. Okay. Aluminum.
Just a fun the differences.
Yes. What do you? Okay, so I have a phrase. It's hold on.
if you type it, Teacher Johnny, I'll copy and paste. This word has been asked by Faisal. That word, Teacher John.
Aluminium.
Whoa. I would just say aluminum.
Yeah.
Aluminum. Okay.
Aluminum.
Aluminium. So stress is on a different syllable. That's all. You stress the second syllable. We stress the third syllable.
Aluminum. Okay.
Aluminum. Yeah, I would just say aluminum.
Aluminium.
And Rida has written another word. Let me write it. It is again R sound. Okay.
Yes.
This one.
endeavor.
Almost the same. The only difference is the R at the end. Listen, endeavor.
Endeavor.
Yeah.
So if I just remember not to say my R's, I can sound like you. Endeavor.
I just change a couple long vowel sounds. That's all.
So I have a sentence. Oh, that you might think actually a sentence I'm trying to teach. So it's called both of us will go soon. So if you connect it, it's like both the, but both of us will go soon. I usually don't teach it connected because I'm trying to teach the right first. We'll have them connect. Both of us will go soon.
So just say that sentence how you would.
Both of us will go soon.
Both of us. So both of us. So you've got two weakened forms there as well. We're both changing, although you did say us and I said us.
You said us, both of us.
Both, listen very carefully, guys. Both of us. Both of us.
Oh, the difference? Okay, I'll do mine, then you do yours, okay? Both of us.
Both of us.
With the U.
It's a different. Yeah.
Teachers, for both of you, I have written a tongue twister. Is it okay if you just read it in American way and the British way, please?
Wow.
Then I have to leave you guys because I'm gonna be.
Yes. Okay. So I think okay, I'm gonna try it. Are you ready? I'm reading it, so like my camera on my phone is showing you my face, but I'm looking at the computer because it's really small. Okay. Terry Teeter, a teeter-totter teacher, taught his daughter Tara to teeter-totter, but Tara Teeter didn't teeter-totter as Teeter taught her. Challenge you, John.
Very different, yeah. Terry Teeter, a teeter-totter teacher, taught her daughter Tara to teeter-totter. But Tara Teeter didn't teeter-totter as Terry Teeter taught her.
Oh, yeah. So I could definitely hear how you open up that R, how you don't close it.
Yes, good. That's amazing. Yeah, it's just non-rhotic, and it's only my accent. Some British accents, that's another thing as well. Like British, which British accent or American accents are you referring to? Because we both have lots, right? So that's kind of a misconception, or it's a mistake that people make. I speak with a general British accent, and that's can be considered RP, okay, pronunciation. John speaking with basically general, what you would hear on CNN. Okay?
Right, yes. What you would just hear from the news or a radio station in America, CNN, yes.
Yes, exactly. Yes. What you're hearing from me is generally what used to be heard mainly on the BBC. I speak general British, you speak generally American. You don't speak American English because there's no such thing as American English for a start, or Australian English. It's just English. We're spoken by different native speakers from different locations around the world or countries. That's a misconception. So when you refer to my accent, it's British, no, general British, not British English, because British English could
it's already English, right? It's already
English or Welsh English, or the other accents that are in Britain. So British English doesn't really say much about an accent. It's a combination of all the accents in Britain. But general British is my accent, and it's not really regarded as an accent as such. My accent that you're hearing right now, it's regarded as apparently it's the accents that accents can be referred to. So it's an English, not an accent, or the English that accents are compared to. And then, yeah, general American, general British. So that's what you're hearing. The difference.
I've got last question for both of the teachers. One common question. It's a very common question for our learners. They always ask you, how can I develop our spoken English? So what are the strategies or techniques or what are the guidelines for those students?
Well, I'm sorry, could you repeat what you are asking?
The question is, how can anyone develop their spoken English to a better level?
Double up, improve.
Oh, improve. How can they improve? The number one thing I always say is they just need to practice speaking out loud, and reading. I always suggest reading children's books just to practice getting the rhythm, and to also just practice speaking out loud. Those are words they will be comfortable with, and then working their way up through different books. And then also some, you can watch videos and download, look up the lyrics, and then you can read those out loud and then watch them as they're sung. I don't know, a lot of different ways. I think a lot of people are tried not to speak because they're afraid they're going to say something incorrectly. And if you just practice, you can record yourself and listen to yourself reading a book, and it's just you, right? And then you can practice with others, like on Hallo, right? Practicing with other people on Hallo.
Yes.
John.
Yeah, to improve speaking skills. Well, mostly I encourage them to speak.
Right, just speak. Yeah, just start talking. Just
repeat phrases that you hear on the TV. Try to learn to shadow talk, to repeat what you're hearing. You don't have to repeat everything, but just phrases or even words. And thought groups as well. So in order to speak clearly, it's always to mentally cut long sentences, okay, into shorter chunks or thought groups, okay. So this helps stress the right words in long sentences and to pause naturally for breath, So, and speak slowly, okay, clearly, and finish your words. Finish the pronunciation of the word. Never drop the end of a word, okay, because we have words that are plural or singular. So if you drop this, you have to completely say the word. All right. And that's very important. So to improve speaking skills, that's one of the most important things I feel that's necessary. We have plural, singular words. So how are you going to know whether it's plural or singular? If you drop the pronunciation, it fades out. And a lot of learners have that problem. They don't, because like you said, Johnny, they're embarrassed, but there's no need to be. And that's what causes this to happen. That's what causes people not to speak clearly and confidently, But you just got to be confident. Nobody's judging, not judges, we're tutors. That's what you got to remember. So, and also, if you drop the pronunciation of a word, you're not going to know whether which tense it's in either. Tense is the end of words. So yeah, like I said, shadow talking and just generally speak as much as copy. Because you have memory. You have to get that muscle memory. Okay, and
you have to train, right? You have to train your brain because I had this conversation. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I had this conversation with a student just work where everyone speaks English. So he's reading a lot of English. He's hearing a lot of English, but he's afraid to talk because that's not his native language. And I said, well, you have to, the first thing is you have to start talking, even if you're afraid to. So whenever you are learning English, so this is when our students come, they are here, they talk, they hear, and they process in their native language. So when you are hearing something, you might be able to read it, but your brain changes it to your native language, and then it hands it back for you to answer. Like you're trying to figure that all out. And so you're not going to be fast or fluent or in that until you practice it constantly, because then your brain is getting trained, your mouth is getting trained to go faster. It's like flip that from your native language to English faster and faster and faster until it becomes natural.
Exactly. Yeah, it's your brain that makes it happen. You know, it relays the message of what it's hearing. The audible part comes into your ears to your brain, and then your brain instructs your muscles to try to sound. Sound, you're not going to be able to make that sound. Your brain can only make an imitation of what it thinks it should be. So it will try to move the articulators, like you said. You know, but yeah, it's definitely a training thing. Okay, so you need to practice, like Johnni said.
Yes, it's helpful to cultures and what sounds they have been learning. So, like a lot of cultures don't learn the th sound. They want to say it as a t. They'd never learned it as a right, sticking your tongue out. You know, so it's really what have you. It's not that you're making mistakes. It's just you never made that sound before. So like John said, you have to train your brain and train your mouth to make those sounds, because it's not that you're wrong, it's just that you never learned it, so you don't know it.
Yeah, and the more you do it, that's right, and the more you do, the more it becomes a natural impulse action, right? You know, like, you know, if you're driving your car, for instance, and somebody walks out, or a dog or a cat walks into the street, you quickly hit the brake. You don't have to think about it. It just happens, right? It's the same with speaking. It needs to be practiced, and it'll just happen naturally, you know, after a while. And then you have the muscle memory. So that's what we need to do. That's the only way, actually. It's the only way. Yeah. And the TH sound, again, you know, a lot of people don't realise that we have two TH sounds.
Yes,
you know?
I did a stream on that actually a week or so ago, and we practiced those. Yeah, there's two different TH sounds. There's two different, so it's practicing those and recognizing those, and then just making that with your mouth, because so it's hard. You got to practice. You got to do it.
The trouble is, you know, lots of people say they're teaching pronunciation, but they don't actually have the skills, and it's not their. They are generally tutors, and general English tutors don't possess phonetics. Okay, so they're not able to give a description of articulation. They can just say, "Oh, listen to this word, blah blah," and then they say, "Repeat it." Well, how do you know how to repeat it if you're not used to making those sounds? So you can't do it. It's not feasible that way. It is feasible, but it takes much more time than if you give a description of what's happening. Where's my tongue? You know, what shape are my lips? Is my jaw open or closed? Is my throat open? Am I using my voice? All of these things are explained, and when you explain that to them in layman's terms, obviously without using complicated technical terms, you know, then they can quite easily start to produce the right sound needed because they know how to, and their brain has been told what's got to hear. So they'll try to do that, you know, like you say with the TH sound. If you don't touch your teeth with your tongue, then you're not going to be able to do it. So you need to explain that, right?
Right. Yes, we exactly. And so when I try to get really close to the camera. It's kind of fortunate. I actually have an external camera. So I'll actually like get really close, or I'll pull it in. I'm like, watch my mouth. Okay, watch how I make my A, watch how I make my E. Now just copy my face, copy my tongue, copy like
right. It does get a lot more, you know, complicated, or not complicated, but technical, you know, with the positioning and the you know, whether it's a closed, mid, or open vowel, front or back, you know, where is the tongue, and produce these different sounds. Is it a plosive sound? Is it a fricative sound? Is it, you know, so, but I don't generally use those words because there's no need to. You just have to explain like you do, Johnny, you know. Yeah, like you do, just say watch this, and that's good enough, I suppose, you know. So
right. I try to have them, you know, especially if it's a private lesson, like let me see your mouth. I want to see your mouth. I want to see how you're forming it. So to see if you are doing it correctly.
I'm glad. It's nice to know that there are other people that understand this, because there are a lot of people that don't, and they are tutors. In fact, many of them are online. I've seen them on YouTube, and you know, they don't actually give a description. They just say, "Listen to how this sounds. Now say it."
And that's it. And you're like, well, how did you make that sound?
Yeah,
yeah.
But you know, anyway, hopefully with my new course, we're going to have a template, a blueprint of what's actually needed to speak English, you know, clearly, okay, and only the fundamental aspects of that, which makes it easy to follow and direct to the point, you know. So I'm going to be producing my course soon. Anyway, guys, do you know what? I'm going to have to love and leave you now, because I've been on a while, and so has Johnny. I'll be going to bed soon. It's 9:30.
Yeah, thank you very much, both of you teachers. You have given much of your time, and I'm sure our learners have learned a lot of things. In the future, if you have time, we'll invite you again so that we can get more, scenario how they can develop their English language to the next level. So, dear viewers, if you haven't followed these two amazing teachers, please follow, support, and subscribe to their private lesson as well as the courses. You can learn a lot of things.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, and especially thank you to our lovely special guest, other special guests. I hope I'm special too. Johnny, and we both have almost the same name. That's good.
I know, right? John and Johnny.
Yeah,
yes.
Really nice.
Yes.
Really nice meeting you. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully we can meet again sometime. Okay.
Yes. All right. Thank you. You too.
All
have
right.
a good night.
Thank you, everybody. Bye bye. Let me just, I have to always work out how to log off. Is that right? I don't know.
There he goes.
Yeah, thank you very much, Teacher John and Teacher Johnny. Do you have any more time for us?
I could probably do like 10 or 10 more minutes of questions if you have.
That's
it's
right.
Just sad that you can't see me. Do you want me to try logging off and back on?
Would you like to try once again, please, if you don't mind?
Oh, Miana says she can see me. Now we can see you. I don't know. That's strange. Now you can. But so you couldn't see me before, but you can see me now?
Yeah, okay. So, Teacher Johnny, I actually I had some questions, but anyway, let's ask the questions quickly. As you are a professional teacher, you taught many students around the world. So, what are your strengths when is the matter of teaching? Your positive, strong strengths.
Oh, what are my strengths? I think I'm happy. Okay, so I think my students who would agree, Fasal likes my hairstyle. I would say my strengths are that I think that I come across as genuinely caring. I genuinely care about what I do. I genuinely, I really want to help people. And I truly enjoy reading stories and using my voice. I think my strengths are reading, listening to me read, and then helping to explain the different words within that reading or the context of the story. And I think my strengths are phonetics. I know a lot of people are like, why worry about phonetics? Well, we need to, so we understand what words you're saying. So, man, I try to be happy and positive, as much as possible, and to encourage, because I believe everyone can do it. Don't get down on yourself. I'm here for you just like all the rest of the teachers. So I don't know. I guess I have some students in here, so I think they would agree with me. Like, I hope so. I hope they would agree with me that come across that way.
Okay, that's great. Okay, that's great, teacher Jen. Another question: as a teacher, how do you define professionalism? Disclaimer: it is your profession.
I do my. I would define professionalism. So, regards to Hallo or just in general?
Hallo as a teacher, both, please explain.
Okay. Well, being professional means that you are committed to what you are doing, and professional, you are always learning the best for students. So that's what I try to do for Hallo. So I also like to try to make sure, like I just learned, for some cultures, they like to have the shoulders covered for the female. Professional to more try to of other people's cultures, to make sure that I can hear me, that my equipment to me in Hallo as a teacher works, that I'm prepared for lessons, and that I stick to a schedule, which I try to do. My schedule changed this week and last week, so now I might have to change my live stream time, but because I generally do 11 o'clock my time, but I've been late because I've been teaching first other platforms. So by the time I just need to change that. But I think that's the best way I can say. As a professional, you need to be someone who's constantly learning and doing the best for your students. You're prepared for your class, and you make sure all of your equipment is working.
Thank you very much. And also, how many courses are you offering at the moment for the students?
There's 2 courses, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. Well, 2 courses, but different times. So one course is like offered 2 different times. Then another course is offered, like an advanced course is offered at one of those. Now I have 3 different courses that are being offered. That is the curriculum that Hallo has. I'm working on my own curriculum that I think, is what I have found that my students keep asking for in the lives, like what the different questions are. So I've been making notes and coming up with some ideas kind of I can do since. I would I think like beginner, like a beginner one, and then also more of like an intermediate or advanced. We do have that wide range students, right? You have those who are very beginner, getting comfortable speaking. How can we do that? That kind of a course. And another one which is more, those students who are past that and they want to be challenged, I guess. I would say.
So could you please explain to our new viewers who can join your course?
Oh, how to join the course. Well, if you are on your phone, which I can't show you because I'm on my stream, if you're on you would do my bio, like if you click on my face when I comment, like, hello,
Oops.
it's, yeah.
I'm trying to share. Sorry.
Oh, he's trying to share for you. Yeah. So.
Again.
Yes. Let's do that. You have to go to open up a new Hallo tab and then go to that tab. There you go.
I've opened
Yeah,
it. I'm
I do
trying
that
to.
too. I do that too all the time. They tell me.
Okay, where are you, teacher
Oh, Joy
Johnny?
can't see me now. So yes, buried under here. Why? But you go to find teachers. So if you go to that any teacher and then pick my name or write my name.
It's loading.
Yeah, it's loading.
My connection is during the weekend always slow.
Oh, so Joy, I'm here. I'm like a little. I can see a little like video. Some people can see me and some people cannot. I'm not sure why. It's just a glitch in the app right now. So here is my bio. You'll see that I'm on Hallo now because I have that green circle. So if you click on the book now, it would show you my schedule.
These are schedules.
Okay. I have a lot of. I'm brand new. It looks like I have no teaching, but I'm brand new. So these are all the things available. But for some reason, I think it's hard to look at it this way. I think try clicking on the verb button. So on the top of that opens the courses. If you click on any teacher and then find my pink circle, I think it's better in my opinion. It'll show you the courses. It just takes a while for it to load sometimes. But there's different ways to find a teacher. You can see my dress. There I am. Okay, so if you click them, and then you have to go up and click on the page somewhere. After you click on me, you have to click anywhere on so then move your cursor up, move your mouse up, and just click anywhere on the page, and it should open. There's not a submit button. Yeah. But it won't work unless you go up with your mouse and click next to the home button. There you go. I don't know why it doesn't go. It's a glitch, I think. So these are the courses. So these are the courses available. So like around the over 100 vocabularies that we would learn, so practice with and have questions and conversation. And then preparing yourself for your dream job. That is a very popular course as well. So any of those in the so the times shown here are RahatAli's times. So you have to remember that these are not your times. When you go to it on your phone, it will show you your time, like what be for your time. Okay. So that's what you have to remember. When we share our screen, it's like you have to look at our time. Like this is the courses. And then if you want to book a private lesson, then you would go to the bio and you can look at the schedule or you can request a. So Soha says she's on hold. I'm not that's on. Popped on talking. You can hear me, I think, but some people still can't. Not all of you. Yeah, Joy, we don't know why. We think it's a glitch. Like on my phone, it looks fine. On the computer, it looks strange. Like I'm there, but it's different. Like it's weird. So I don't know.
Okay, teacher Johnny, have you got more time? If you have. The number one question is, I'm sure you watch movies, right?
I love movies.
Okay. If you are given the option to be a movie character, which character you would choose and why?
A character?
Movie character like, say, Iron Man or Superman, for example. Princess of which movie? You have to be specific, like princess of that movie, for example.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, if I had to pick a single princess, I would probably say, oh my goodness. Wow, that's a tough one. Cinderella is my favorite. Oh,
Then
Joyce had Cinderella.
you need to sing then, teacher Cinderella. Oh,
Cinderella.
yeah. Oh.
Someday my prince will come. No, I can't do that.
Someday your prince will
I can
come
sing
with a
Elsa
horse.
better. I'm better Elsa. Yeah. I'm better singing Elsa. Let it go. Let it
Let go. Very good, teacher. I'd like to
Yeah.
listen to your song. And another, going to ask you some more questions. I'm sure that you have got some leisure time, yeah?
Very little, but yes.
Yeah. So if you mean very little, then this point is not related in that case. Okay, two amazing questions. Stephen King and Stephen Hawking. Do you know these two people?
Wait. Who say them again?
Stephen King and
Yes.
Stephen Hawking.
Okay, I know who Stephen King is. Let me look up Hawking. Is it S-T-E? Is it S-T-E-V-E-N or
No,
S-T-E?
Stephen Hawking is same as Hawk. I
Got him. Okay, I got him. Okay. So what is he? Let me see. Okay, so what is your question between the two?
Do you know both of them? This is my first question.
Well, I know King for sure. I recall
How
the
do
other
you
one sounds familiar, but I don't him as well.
Okay. How do you know Stephen King? Have you watched any of his movies, of his books?
I used to read his books a lot, but then they got too scary. And then and then they got too scary. And I watched many movies. My family growing up liked to watch scary movies. Like it terrified me. So to this day now I don't like to watch scary movies. Like so yeah, Stephen Hawking, is it Stephen Hawking, the scientist? Is
The
that the one
scientist,
you're talking about?
yeah, British
Yes,
scientist.
the
Yeah.
British scientist. So that's the one I found online. I don't know him very well. Like I think I might have seen books by him, but I haven't read any. But Stephen King, I've read books and I've also seen movies. The book that scared me the most was It. I could not finish that book. It was too scary. Like, and clowns will scare you forever after that. And you don't want to walk near any water grates. Like, you don't like, yes. Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
how I know Stephen King. So
All right. And Stephen Hawking is famous for the black hole theory in the space, and his famous book, Brief History of Time. And obviously, you might be aware he actually was a wheelchair person because of the neurodegenerative disease he had all of his life until he passed away. But when he was young, he was in a movie, in a British movie. He was an actor, very good-looking actor. Now he ended up becoming a scientist, a physicist, and the theory of the black hole in the space. Anyway, teacher John is here. Thank you. There's a film depicting a life of Stephen Hawking. Oh yes,
I wrote it down. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it or find it now because I like to learn. So I will definitely have to look it up.
Okay. Now, teacher Johnny, you mentioned that you visited quite a few countries, right?
No, different states.
Different. You've never been to outside of the USA.
Only to Canada.
Only to Canada. Okay. Apart from Canada and the USA, if you ever asked to stay in another country, which country you would like to choose and why?
You mean like to visit or to live
To
there?
stay there permanent, to live there permanently. Say,
to live there permanently? Gosh, I don't know. Like, I would think and this is only because I don't know much about many other countries. So I would, they say I should go to Iraq or India. So like, you need to come here.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't, it's such a hard one.
you need to come to England and meet Teacher John and me. Then we'll
There
take you
you
to the
go.
Buckingham Palace, and we'll say, Your Highness, Teacher John is here to meet you.
That's right. I mean, I do want to visit England and Paris. I mean, I want to go to France. I want to go to England. I teach a lot about those different countries. Today I taught about India, so it'd be nice to go see India and the things I've been teaching. Peru, I'd love to go to Peru. So
Machu
yeah, so
Picchu.
India, Peru, all the places I've been teaching other students about, they give me the course work to teach. And so I've learned so much about the countries just because of that. So it'd be nice to actually see it, you know, and be like, oh, that's what I was teaching. So,
That's great.
yeah.
All right. So next question goes here. Now we're giving you some fun and funny question to get to know about your psychology. Teacher Johnny, you have been asked to take 3 things, then you'll be sent to an isolated place like a forest or jungle, and you have to survive there. Which 3 things you would like to take with you and why?
Wow. Okay, so I would say a knife so I can get food. So a knife. Flint, so flint is 2 stones. When you put them together, you can make fire. This is like Girl Scout stuff. And then, wow, the other thing, wow, okay, so well, I need a knife and I need food and I need something for water. Knife, food, and water. I don't know. Hopefully there's water there. So I need contacts, so I would say probably my glasses. So if I want to see,
glass is part of your body. That's fine. Any other thing, that's fine. Glass is okay.
well, a phone would be great, but I don't know if I would get service, right? So a satellite phone. Satellite phone. A boat. I want a boat so I can get on and off.
Remember that you have to carry those things with you. How can you carry a boat?
Oh, okay. All right. I know this is gonna sound silly, but this is like mascara.
Mascara?
I need to have I need my eyelashes to look big. But for sure, I would do like a knife for food. It's you have to hunt probably. Yeah, Joy, like beauty products. I'd probably be like, okay, easy to carry. I need my mascara. And then also
hang on, Teacher Johnny. You are taking mascara. You're not going to find anyone who will fancy your beauty.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I'm the only one there. I'll be lonely. Some books. I would say books. If I would carry my favorite book.
All right.
The book I read all the time. So there's one book I read all the time and I can read it over and over and over again. And it never gets old. So I would do that.
Now, 2 related questions here. Do you know how to swim?
I do.
Do you know how to climb a tree?
I do.
Oh, that's really amazing. So your chance is much now to be survival there alone, climbing up a tree, stay at night.
Yeah, Fasal says an axe. That'd be a good idea. I can chop some wood and make some shelter.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Look at Teacher John has made a comment. Teacher John.
What do you say? If I take mascara, this is like if you give a mouse a cookie. If you give a mouse a cookie, he's gonna ask for milk. If you give me mascara, I'm gonna need a mirror, and then if I have a mirror, I'm going to need right. So it's like, well, but John, I could use my mirror to reflect light to make a fire. I could do that. And that might work.
You could do through your glasses as well, don't you?
That's true. You could use your glasses too. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's funny.
That's really fun. And another question very often I ask different teachers. If you won $1 million tonight in a lottery, what you're going to do?
Oh, what would I do? Um, the first thing I would do is pay off all my children's school loans from universities. So, because they are the cost of school is very expensive in the United States. So, I would definitely give money to my children to help them pay off those school loans. And then also travel. I would travel for sure. I love to travel. So that's the one thing probably holding me back is that I need more money to travel. So yeah, more money to travel and then making sure I have a good connection. So yeah.
Okay, dear viewers, if you have any questions for teacher Johnny, please write in the commentary section. And once again, if you haven't followed her, supported her, please do so. And if possible, try to subscribe her lesson or her courses. I'm sure you learn loads of things. Okay, and really it's amazing to get both of you, teacher John and Johnny, similar name, to different countries, to different accents, you know. that's really made me much happy, and I'm much grateful to both of you because you have given much time from your private and busy life. I know that how busy you are because you are a successful mom, teacher, cooking, shopping, these and that. How do you make balance all of these things, teacher Johnny?
I don't know. It's some kind of female multitasking superpower. I think that it's a superpower. I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know. I find if I'm not busy that I don't know what to do with myself. The busier I am, I get a schedule. Like I have a schedule, I do it, I know what I have to do next.
Mhm.
And it's crazy to think that way. So sometimes on the weekend, I don't know what to do if I don't have anything to do. So, and then I have to make myself relax. Like, okay, you
How-
don't have anything to do. Now would be a good time to read a book. Like, when's the last time you did that? So,
So
yeah.
you're saying you relax by reading books, don't you?
I love to read books. So
So
if
who
I
is your
can relax.
favorite writer?
Who's my favorite? Well, right now, my favorite writer is, I'll type her name. Diana. I'm looking at her books. Hold on. Gabaldon.
Joey has a question for you.
Okay, Diana Gabaldon. She writes the whole Outlander series, and
Oh,
it's a TV show.
yeah, I've seen some of the series. I didn't know that writers. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, so that is what the series that I really like. I'm reading right now, but that's the author I like right now. But I like okay, hold on. He writes The Firm. I like all of his books. I've read almost everything he's read. He writes. It's called The Firm. Does anyone know who writes The Firm? Let me look it up.
This is,
Yeah.
no, I don't know. I thought maybe you were talking about Annie Fop, George Orwell. No, that's a British writer.
No, The Firm is John Grisham.
Oh, John Grisham. Okay.
John Grisham, I've read almost everything he's written. I really like his, because it's kind of like a crime, right? You're solving a crime and getting to solving, a crime, solving a problem. So a lot of things he's written are really good. I like his books. So
Okay, that's great. Joey has a question, teacher John. It's a hypothetical questions.
okay.
If you are given a chance to be the Prime Minister of the United States of America, what things are you going to change?
So, well, we don't have a prime minister. You mean president?
President in that case.
Okay. If I was the president, oh my gosh, boy, that's like a really hard political question there. So
No, don't go political, go general. We are
just in
expecting
general,
the general answer, like say poverty or education, for example. No.
okay. I would have to say that it's okay. So if I was president, I would want everything to be fair across the board, whether you're in government or you're the regular, what we call white collar people, the people who are working. So, there's a lot of rules that we have to follow and taxes we have to file and things we have to do as part of the United States, like people, but a lot of people in government don't have to do those. And so I think it should be equal. That would be my first thing. I'm like, if we have to follow the rules and get healthcare and pay for, because in the United States, we don't have healthcare. It's not provided for you. You have to purchase it through insurance companies. So, but if you are part of the government, it's just of your package, like your job, I guess I would say. So I think that's the first thing that I would say is like, well, if I have to pay for it, you should have to pay for it. Like, so, that's healthcare for everyone, I think, is big because there's so many people in the United States that don't have healthcare. I'm one of them. I can't afford health insurance, so I don't have health insurance. So I just try to stay healthy. So, that's my big one. Health care for everyone. Same health care for everyone.
Okay, that's the model we have got in the UK. Free health service for each and every, regardless your situation, and even if you're a visitor, you can get the free treatment while you're staying in the UK. Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that. Yeah,
that's
good to know.
National Health Service. Yes, Teacher John. National Health Service is the highest budget of the country, which is roughly 25 billion pounds sterling this year. Government has declared, which is the highest budget of all the budgets.
They make it a priority.
They do.
Yeah. They make it a priority to keep everyone healthy and keep them. Yeah. And that's great. So we're still struggling.
But one worst point is, I must share it with you and the other viewers, because I work for the National Health Service. I know the situation. Because we provide free service, free medication, sometimes some people are still unhappy. Let me share one of the expensive medication, the hepatitis C, which is very expensive. One course of medication is around $45,000.
Wow.
And government is paying. They have to take 2 doses in a year, so roughly $90,000 for one patient, and government is paying from the budget. Still, some people, not happy. That's why we say we cannot make happy everyone. Honestly, Teacher Johnni, it's never possible.
No, yeah, you can't make everyone happy. You can, I know. So, and my husband and I are both like, it's hard because we butt heads, like we call it butt heads, right? So where we don't agree on some political things, and some things we do. So I am vaccinated. That's a question. So I am vaccinated for the virus. Yes, I have, because my dad was in the services, in the military services. I think I have just about every vaccine you're supposed to have. So, and then whenever the virus vaccine came out, I went ahead and got it because I teach at the high school, and I didn't want to have to worry about catching a virus and bringing it home. And I also didn't want the school to worry about me. So not in the United States, not all workers are required yet, but they are. I think Biden just passed it, or somebody, I think Biden did, where he's making it mandatory. Like, it's up to each state right now, but I think we're heading towards it's mandatory for everyone, kind of like what just happened with France. So they're saying all healthcare workers must be vaccinated. So that's the big debate right now. Should they or should they not? That was a huge conversation with my husband, like just last night. I said, well, whenever you are a doctor or a nurse and you first go into the field, you're required to get vaccinations. I mean, that is a requirement, or you cannot even go to school. You can't get your classes. You can't work in the hospitals unless you have all of your vaccinations. So I said, the only difference is the things that you got vaccinated for already are things we knew about, things that we all knew about. We all got vaccinated, no question. Now we have something new, a new virus, a new pandemic. And so here's this vaccine that, you know, it's going to be mandatory. It's just one of those things. So any future nursing student, any future doctor student is going to be required to get it anyway. I think is where it's heading. So it's like, you're going to have to get it anyway. So I don't know. So if Fasal's saying what I am, says I'm Republican. I am. I am. But I told him, and this is what I say, even though I'm Republican, I vote for the best candidate. So that's the thing here. So and a lot of times people think that if you say you're Republican, you're voting only for the Republican Party and their candidates. And you don't have to do that in the United States. You can declare that you're a Republican, that you have more of a Republican views on things, but that you're going to vote for the candidate you want to. You don't have to vote just for Republicans. So let's see here. John says, I think the main problem is it's a trial period. And that is true, John. It's still, some of the vaccines were still in that trial period, and people, and did you know, do you guys have life insurance? It's called life insurance. Do you have life insurance in Britain?
We should have life insurance, but I don't know whether people like to take this life insurance policy or not, because, you know, as you know, it is a social service country. So government has the responsibilities to take care of all the people, even elderly or children, or, you know, single parents or single mom or single dad, whatever. And they are supported more or less from the government, because we've got a special department for the social department of social service, as you know. And their duty is to make sure on the priority basis, each and every, you know, resident of this country, I should say citizen, should get those opportunities. So when we have got, as you know, tax and national insurance, that money that goes to national insurance, like a pot or wallet, and you get as a, you know, a pension when you retire from your job. And for the health insurance, as I said, we don't have the health insurance policy. We have got free health for each and everyone, regardless your, you know, financial condition. And as you know, for the children under 18, everyone gets free education. And basically, I shouldn't say free, it is from our taxpayers' money. We pay the highest tax, which is 40%. So if I earn £100, I have to pay 40% to the government. And in return, we are getting those facilities like free health, free education for the children, and free transportation under 18, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I know. We pay tax. I don't know how all our taxes, you know, I know taxes money obviously goes to different things, but like we pay county taxes, and we pay city taxes. So if you live within the city limits, then you pay taxes for the services that they offer. And then same, like we have a library that's really good in our city. We have what we call park district. So they serve the community. So there's just a lot, you know, those taxes that we pay to the city goes towards those things, and city improvements and city repairs and whatever else the city wants us to pay for. And then there's county taxes, and then there's state taxes, and then there's income tax and federal tax, and yeah, taxes. So yeah, so just like so, and we have to pay property tax as well. But
yeah, we have got here property tax, and the city tax, we call it council tax, you know.
okay.
So the part of the money goes to the council or borough, the area where we live, and part of the money goes to the cleaning and, you know, keeping it a safe environment. And also there is almost CCTV every place, you know. So
Yeah.
the crime rate has dropped when the government has started, you know, deploying CCTVs almost every possible corners. And after that, you don't imagine, the crime rate dropped drastically. And
Wow.
also we have this rule recently, and I'm sure teacher John is listening to us. We have got antisocial behavior rules. So what is this rule is about? The rule says, you know, you can't drink alcohol openly, you can't swear, you can't be drunk in public place, you can drink in public place. Previously, once upon a time, people used to do that. They drink in public place, in even bus, transportation. and they used to swear. Now, after these rules came, it also stopped. In a huge amount, people don't do it because once you are caught in police, it will reflect to your record that, oh, this person was caught by police because of this crime or this offense. And many jobs in this country are required to get a police record before they apply, and they offer you the job. And if there is something bad, they think it might be harmful for the other employee or other colleagues, then they might not offer you the job.
Oh, that's
Especially
interesting.
healthcare section, you'll not get it if you have a bad record. And as you say, all these occupational checkup that is needed for the 14 profession of this country. So you need to have all fit, completely medically fit before you are starting a new job.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know we have to go. We do have to get physicals. Sometimes the place you are getting hired from will pay for the physical, but most of the time you have to pay out of your own pocket. And so like it can get pretty expensive because what if you don't get the job, right? Like you're like, okay. So yeah, so it's just interesting to hear the different cultures and what they do. So going back to the vaccine, we have life insurance, and in the life insurance policies, many of them, it says if you die from an experimental drug, they will not pay the life insurance policy out. So that is why a lot of people are like, well, this is still experimental. It has not been federally approved yet. So if I die and they show that I have this vaccine and then I die, they're not going to pay out. They're not going to pay my family my life insurance. So that is a big one that's, I think, holding people back. So now that it's been federally approved, I think the Pfizer one has been federally approved now. I don't know about the other one.
Oh, that is a bit different kind of thought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so and I'm like, really, is that true? And then I looked our policy up, and it is true. Like if it says if you are taking experimental drugs or to get an experimental vaccine and you pass away, they will not pay the policy. So
okay,
I was like, oh, okay, good to know. So I have to stay very healthy. So yeah, I just healthy because I got the vaccine. So yeah.
All right, that's really cool conversation, teacher Johnny. Do you have much time, or you like to finish it now? It's more than
I probably should finish. I've been on for a couple hours.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, thank you very much for your time. I really enjoyed a lot, and we came to a lot of things, and our viewers are amazing. They're making comments, asking you. Thank you very much. They're the heart of our live streams, honestly, teacher Johnny, as you know. Without them, as a teacher, we are nothing or zero. Thank you very much, guys,
exactly.
for
You need
coming
students
here.
to talk to and communicate with. Oh, it's just boring.
That's right.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much for having me.
You're very welcome. And thanks to you and all the lovely people who are watching, making comments. And thank you very much. I'll see you later. You take care. And thanks again. And bye.